with YouTube, you also get a lot of opportunities to do some live events, or maybe you do shows. Are there any embarrassing stories of, because when you make videos, you get to edit yourself, and that's a thing that I enjoy. I like that. But sometimes you give talks. Sometimes you do talk shows of sorts. And that added pressure is kind of nerve-wracking sometimes. So do you guys have any stories about any disasters or funny moments?
Why are you laughing, Evan?
Yeah, Austin, I feel like you have something to share.
Either he's got a good story or he's going to call me out in a second.
No, I'm not going to call you out. No, that would be for a different time. There's this one thing I did fairly early when I actually started doing kind of like you said, like the sort of the bigger things. I was actually shooting a commercial on like a set. There's like 50 people there. It was like, it was super professional. I was like completely surrounded by actors. I think you know what I'm talking about now. So I was there, and basically
Jonathan
what
is
happened
dying
was
over here.
I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Like, oh, here's the script. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, oh yeah, by the way, so it's going to be 5 minutes all the way through, no takes. Like, you have to memorize the entire thing.
What?
As I'm going back and forth with an actor, and like people are coming up and the whole thing, I was like,
You didn't know that beforehand?
I knew that the night before I had the script, but I didn't know until the morning that we were doing it. I thought we were gonna do like we do on YouTube.
By scene, like
each
cuts.
line, like, and this is why blah 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 blah. Try it again. This is why blah blah blah. Like that was what I was expecting. I'd expected like, okay, so here's your cue. Come in, hit your mark, turn, say the line, smile, do this. Like it was like fully like scripted out, and I had no idea. So me being stupid 20-year-old me or whatever, I was like, oh, okay, cool, I can do that. And I completely and totally bombed in front of like 50 people. Like I literally, the script supervisor was reading me lines like each time, because like I had like bits and pieces memorized, but I didn't have the whole thing.
Right.
So literally there's like 50 people here. I'm like on like a set with like 8 actors, and they're like, oh wait, say your line again. It's this is why blah blah blah. I'm like, and this is why, what was it again? Like, it was the most embarrassing thing ever. And it was such a good wake-up call for me to realize that, you're doing YouTube when you think that, oh, I'm so good at this and everything's great and this is awesome. And then you actually step on a real professional thing and you completely and totally, I don't know if I can swear here, but you could completely and totally sort of get things handed to you. And so it's like, that was one of those moments where now I had to reconsider ever saying yes to that kind of stuff until I actually learned. And that was actually one of the things that made me want to do more live stuff just to get more practice, but also just to kind of like sort of appreciate that you might have a specific set of skills, but it does not necessarily apply to the big leagues until you really actually put the effort in. It's not fun.
Goodness. Well, before Jonathan, because I'm sure you have stories, but did that commercial come out? Like,
yes.
Okay, so can people find it on the internet?
Yes.
Can I say the funniest thing about that?
Yes, please.
Let's not reference the actual.
Do you not want to say it? Okay.
It is a thing. If you look hard enough, you can find this.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it was. They heavily edited it.
There's
thankfully.
an Easter egg though.
What's the Easter egg?
Oh, there's a shot in the actual like live commercial where I'm holding the script because I couldn't remember my line. So you literally see it's like an over the shoulder shot where like you can see me with a piece of paper in my hand.
It gets better too though.
Oh,
you know how they give like the lower thirds?
You're getting me in trouble here.
Like on the actual commercial, it says youtube.com/Duncan33303.
Which is like my old username. It was,
which he runs and hides from.
Mistakes were made. Lots of mistakes were made.
But you learned. That's what's important.
Yeah. No, actually, to be fair, I look back at that, and as embarrassing as it was, and it was so embarrassing to bomb in front of that many people. For like, I was on set for hours. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna do this for 15 minutes. Like, I was there for a long time. But that really made me sort of realize that I needed to focus more on live, because at that point I was scripting all of my videos.
Really?
So, and you would think that would make it easier, but it was a script I had written. I had it right in front of me. Like, it was like I would do it line by line. It wasn't like I had to memorize 5 things and do this whole set. So it was really sort of influential on getting me to take this kind of stuff seriously and really realize that, hey, as things get bigger and bigger, I'm going to need to do more live stuff. I'm going to need to be able to be more sort of spontaneous. I need to be able to kind of learn a lot of these skills. So I went from going like, oh yeah, it's totally something I can do, to like, I'm an idiot. I need to learn everything right now.
Of it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What about you, Jonathan?
I don't know if it's live. I do have like probably 2 humbling stories, I think. We'll start first, probably the note. It was... Which is the one that exploded?
7.
The 7.
The 7.
Yes.
So that was a big thing. I got a chance to, work really hard. I got to see the note really early. I went to South Korea for a week, worked with Samsung, and then we went to Barcelona to shoot the commercials. So it was one of those things where it was like this awesome experience, and you put all this work in, and I got a chance to like, you know, write out like 5 commercials on YouTube.
You did all the work on that.
Yeah.
Or a huge chunk. I know you were working with a production company,
Wow.
but you
That's
were
amazing.
like gone in the vortex for a couple months there.
Yeah, I was gone like for a month working on that. So it's like you put all this like blood, sweat, and tears into it, and it was like cool. It was like probably the coolest thing I did at the time. Then the phone started blowing.
That must, oh my gosh, my heart. That would be so depressing.
Did any of that?
You texted me first. You're like, "Hey, did you see this?"
I was like,
So, did none of that go live?
It went live.
They
Okay,
took it down, though,
did, but then
didn't
Yeah, they removed it because of all